and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to see how your person sees you or how your crush sees you, how new romantic interest, strangers. We're going to see whoever you set intention for. How does this person, how do these people see you? We'll get their thoughts, their feelings about you, their next moves towards you, their intentions, all of that good stuff. So we're going to see how people see you, what people think about you today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. So for group one, we have the Amazonite Koi Fish, and we will be using the Harmony Tarot. For group two, we have the Lapis Koi Fish, and we will be using the Animal Totem Tarot. For group three, we have the Rainbow Stone Koi Fish, and we will be using the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. And for group four, we have the Amethyst Koi Fish. And we will be using the Dream Within Dreams Tarot for group four. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and we're just going to jump right into it. Alright, if you chose group one with the Amazonite Koi Fish and the Harmony Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see how do they see you, what do they like about you, what do they think about you, their thoughts, their feelings, their next moves towards you. Let's see, I just have a feeling this is going to be an interesting reading today, Spirit, for group one. With the Amazonite, please show us how they see them. How do they see group one? How are people perceiving them and their energy? Ooh, right away we got the first house and we got Aries, the first of the zodiac. So not gonna lie, the first thing I heard and felt was conceited. People see you as conceited or someone who really cares about yourself. First house is like your rising sign. It's how people see you. It's the house of the self, specifically the self that other people can perceive. So it's not like your moon, your inner world. It's the first house placement, which is really primarily how other people see you or how you like to present yourself. So it seems like you care about what people think. It seems like you try to either fit in or stay with the times. You could be someone who's trendy. You could be someone who's really outgoing and extravagant with your looks. You're like the type of person that would rather be overdressed than underdressed. That's how people are perceiving you. Now, this could also be energetic. Not everything is visual. So it could just be that your energy is pressure. When you come into the room, people feel your aura strongly. People feel your aura strongly. You may find that people are drawn to you, obsessed with you. You could have the face that makes people want to come and tell you their life story and they haven't even known you for too long at all, and they're spilling the beans about their most, intimate secrets. But you attract a lot of attention and I feel like maybe even some jealousy. But you definitely seem like, with that Aries energy there, someone who beats to their own drum, someone who's not easily persuaded by what other people think of them. It's like, I am who I am and I'm going to be that. Very strong, commanding presence you have. You may be into dark femininity, dark masculinity, energetic work. You could be into attraction work because your aura is so strong. I'm also sensing like Libra in the first house, or what other sign is ruled by Venus? Taurus in the first house, because it's like, whew, when you got Venus in the first, it just pulls people in. People just find themselves attracted to you. You got Scorpio in the first, that's going to look more like obsession and also magnetism and attraction. Everybody, I don't know what the deal is with that, why everyone is so obsessed with Scorpio, but I do kind of know, not going to lie. Yeah, we've all been there. Okay, listen, it is what it is. But you have a lot of magnetism, group one. So Let's break these down. We got the first house of self. It says the physical body, outlook, self-image, life philosophy. Okay, so it could be your beliefs as well, with life philosophy being there. It says your consciousness. So again, it could be more energetic. It says your opinions. It says awakening, awareness, arrival. Yeah, when you arrive, when you come into the spot, people know the energy shifts. And you may have noticed that, where it's like, you know, honestly, if you've experienced that group one where you walk into a room and people stop talking, it's not because they're talking about you. It's really not. It's just your energy is that disruptive, and it's like it throws people out of their track of mind. And because your energy is so, whatever way you want to look at it, persuasive or powerful or just strong, it does kind of put people on your frequency in a way. So people kind of forget what they were even talking about. It says expression, gateway, and entry point. So people also see you as a gateway and entry point. Someone who, I feel like you could have experienced this in friendships group one. Someone who people could use, or someone who activates other people. Someone who's a gateway, someone who's a plug in some way. You could be very well connected. People often see you as a stepping stone. We have Aries, the fire starter here. It says active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, courageous, selfish, impulsive, argumentative, and competitive. So yeah, I really feel like your energy is pressure. You may have RBF, or you may give off a vibe that's like, don't F with me, like for real. You may intimidate people without saying anything, without trying. And when people talk to you, you could really be the sweetest, but it's also like, yeah, I'm sweet, but don't F with me. It's strong. There is strong F around and find out with this one. We got Virgo, earth energy. Virgo, the alchemist. It says methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, witchy, subtle, purifying. You may be more of a loner. You may like to spend more time with yourself just because people kind of almost refuse to try to understand you, or they may find themselves in competition with you just because your energy is so overpowering. People can feel that. They may attack you without even knowing why, and it's because it's subconscious. A lot of this is energetic. I would almost say more so energetic than the latter, now that I'm really getting into your energy. So if people start combating with you, it's really just your energy, and you may have kind of shifted into, like, I don't want to say black sheep, because you're so expressive and I feel like so cool, really unique, but definitely more isolated. It says refined, accurate, solitary, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. So you could be all about safety, and you know your power, and you know that people have used you before, so you just isolate to avoid people using you or negativity. We got the third house with perception. It says speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surrounding, and sociability. I'm feeling like some of you have gone viral, but I was seeing Tumblr. My best friend had a Tumblr. I never had a Tumblr, so I never really got into it. But for like one or two of you, you could have been Tumblr famous back in the day. I'm tapping into some people who are famous without even trying. So a lot of people may talk about you, or this could be on social media. When social media first became popular, you could have had like a lot of Instagram followers for no reason. You could be like one of those people like India Love that everyone can, you know, like everyone knows who that is, or has seen a picture of her, whether it's on Twitter, Tumblr, da-da-da. You know, you could be like one of those people where it's like people may make memes of you, and not like funny memes, but like they say the prettiest faces go through the hardest times, and then it's like a picture of a baddie, like that kind of thing. Like you could just be a face that people use for that kind of stuff. Or back in the day, also it seems like you're just kind of destined for popularity or fame to some degree. So some of you may be stepping into that, but I feel like a lot of this is always been a thing. You may have always been popular as a kid. Say you were in choir when you were younger, not even that good at it, but yet everyone kind of always praised you. You could have been teacher's pet. I'm getting so many downloads for you. Spirit, how does their person see them? So as far as romantic interest though, honestly, I feel like romantic interests are quite intimidated by you, group one. Like, you seem like you have so much going on. So many people who are already obsessed with you or already like fanning out over you. Your person doesn't want to add to that. They don't want to be one of the many. They want to feel like special. They don't want to feel like a fan. So you may experience like hardship in love because of that, because people add all this. You may struggle with imposter syndrome. People just see you a totally different way than you are. We got the child orphan and the monk / nun here. So your person, romantic interest, even strangers see you as someone who's isolated. They pick up on that isolation for sure. The monk, nun, it says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. You could be in meditation a lot. You could be someone who goes on walks. Say you work like at a call center. You could walk around the building on your breaks, on your lunch. And I just heard admire. So people actually admire that about you. They admire that you're active. They admire that you have your own hobbies and habits and things that you do. And it's like you don't need a whole crowd to do it with you. You may be someone who... I'm seeing like there's a picnic table outside of someone's lunch or outside of someone's work that they like to sit at. You may not be a big fan of the break room. You could eat in your car. And it's not out of fear. It's just like you're so locked in with the divine. It feels like you're always getting downloads. It seems like you're always kind of away, just away. The child orphan, it says independence based on learning to go at it alone and conquering the fear of surviving. So you're a survivor. You're someone who's conquered the fear of survival. This also makes you less likely to pursue romantic relationships for material gain, because it's just like, okay, if I have to work, I'm just going to work. I'm not going to grovel after some guy, some girl, some person to magically make it better. Like, I'm just gonna, it's like when things get tough, you hustle. We got the visionary, very creative, someone who likes to put outfits together. You could have been into thrifting before it was cool. You could be like a trendsetter as well to a degree. The visionary says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others and the willingness to proclaim your vision without regard for personal gain. So you could notice something in society like, give it 6 months, this country, something's going to da-da-da-da, like, or give it this month, this is what's going to happen, you know, here, here, here. Even things like that, it's like your psychic gifts are something that can be used to prophesy, and it happens sometimes and it's really freaky, but it almost always comes true. We got the martyr and the beggar here. So not afraid to ask for help. Also a very vulnerable side to you. Your crush can feel you calling out to them from a heart space if you have a crush. And this is romantic interest as well. When you like someone, they can feel that in the heart and they could see it in the eyes. So you may have sad eyes. Your eyes may be very telling. And also people, like, you may not be able to hide things on your face because it's like people can feel that there's a need. There's some sort of need. The beggar, it says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival and awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So there's something empowering about humility, about compassion, about liking yourself, loving yourself, so you don't feel guilty about it with all that first house energy. People see it and they get jealous of it, but you don't focus on yourself for the purpose of being above others. You focus on yourself because there is empowerment there. The martyr, it says learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So you're not afraid to feed life into yourself, affirmations. You don't do the self-deprecating thing. Some of you are not fully here, but you're evolving out of wherever you are into this. So that'll be something to look forward to because you're coming across as very empowered. It's so interesting because romantic interest, they can feel your need for them or your desire for them for a heart space, but I don't feel like your actions reflect that. You will not grovel, you will not beg. And also it's like you're very much so self-sufficient. So you may be coming into a space in life right now where it's like, you know what, if I end up alone, I think I'm okay with that. Like, would I prefer it? Not necessarily, but I know I could do it. The student, it says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So you're a student. You may be interested in a bunch of different hobbies and things. You may like to learn about different cultures, languages, art. You may like to explore. You may like to learn about people. You may like to learn about fashion, nature, whatever it is you're into. Spirit, show us their next moves. We have the Two of Swords, so even they don't know completely. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands. A lot of repeating twos. You may be saying 202, 212, 222. Ace of Cups reverse. Listen, people just don't want to be hurt. Bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Swords reversed. So that's an energy of your person being like, listen, I'm not going to take action towards group one until I get some sort of further confirmation that they want this as well. Until I know that I'm not going to get denied. I don't want to be rejected. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. They don't know exactly what they're going to do. Two of Wands, they're still kind of on the fence. You know, and I feel like it's because you're somewhat of an enigma. And I noticed that Virgos have that enigmatic quality without even trying quite a bit. But on one end, it's like, I'm attracted to you. But on the other end, it's like, you don't need me. They don't feel like you need them. So they kind of don't know what to do. I feel like only the best of the best is going to be able to align with you, group one, because it's like, if they don't have a strong sense of confidence, if they don't know themselves, honestly, they may just fumble. They may really just fumble. We got the Seven of Cups reversed, so all eyes are on you. People see you as the best option. People see you as the only option. Nine of Cups, very valuable. Someone who would take care of them. Wow, the Star. Again, giving me that first house Aries energy where it's like you have the star power. You may be meant to be famous, or someone who randomly goes viral without even trying. Someone who gets offered promotions within 3 months of working someplace. Just like there's this special quality about you. This special magnetism. And that's another thing, group one. Just on a personal note, if you try to force manifestation, and Virgo is an alchemist, you know, Virgo loves to create. They love to be hands-on. But there has to be this realization and acceptance that you are the magic yourself. You don't have to create. So if you start creating and it's not giving you the results you're looking for, you're going to start to develop beliefs that aren't true about yourself, because some people do have to manifest. Some people have to do the most. That's just not you. That's not your story. And I bet if you look back at the time before you even knew about manifestation, you manifested more in that era than you did since you have been trying to manifest. That's because the manifestation, it just channels through you. So you don't have to do the most. And if you do start to do the most, you may end up getting disappointed because your magic just doesn't work that way. It's like it doesn't need to be wielded. It just is there around you. But more of that star energy where they see you as like, a lot of people feel like you're, you know, kind of better than them in a way. A lot of people feel like you're too good for them. They pedestalize you like hard. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Star with the Nine of Cups here, which is why Two of Wands, they're on the fence. Two of Swords, confused, haven't exactly decided what they want to do. It's really going to boil down to, can they get over their fear? And if you see all this energy and you feel it too, I mean, maybe you'll want to go out of your comfort zone and try, you know, talk to them, make them comfortable through just communicating and letting them know like there's nothing to be afraid of. We got the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You may have like a melancholy view of yourself, you know, like you may feel like you kind of bring trouble into people's lives or confusion or, yeah, there's a little bit of an energy here, but it's not even an energy. It's more of a narrative, a little bit of a narrative that for someone you kind of get in your feeling sorry for myself bag a bit. And it's like, I I always just bring chaos or something, something, something. And that may be true, but just do better. That's it. I mean, you can't change the past. Even if you like completely destroyed someone's life, like literally, I'm sorry, so what? Like, cause what are you actually gonna do about it? I'm sorry. I'm just not that reader that's gonna be like, yeah, like, no, I mean, all we can do is move on, bro. Everybody is the villain in someone's story. Don't be your own villain, you know, and make yourself feel bad about things that have already happened, already done. Have you apologized for it? Have you made amends? Have you gotten closure with yourself about it? If the answer is yes to one of those things, it doesn't have to be all three at once. Even if you just got closure internally, allow yourself to move on, because it like literally already happened. You live, you learn. Just do better moving forward. You know? That's all you can do. I don't know what to say. Spirit, what are their thoughts? Their thoughts and feelings. So right away coming out, we have, I want more than what we have. My intentions can be selfish at times. This person may try to have a physical relationship with you, or they may try to cut corners just to have some part of you. Honestly, I notice that kind of a lot with people. It's like when they feel like you're out of their league, they'll just kind of settle for a one night or something temporary, or, you know, a crazy whatever period of time, and just crash out because of their own belief that they won't be worthy long term. It's a form of self-sabotage. I want more than what we have, and my intentions can be selfish at times. We also have reach out to me, please. So yeah, I feel like, especially if you're feeling the vibes, you should forgive yourself if there is anything to forgive yourself, you know, for. And I think you should try. I think you should talk to them. I feel like this could be really special. Your kindness has changed my life, and I am frustrated with you. So I'm picking up on someone who performed a random act of kindness for this person. Maybe you were really there for this person at some point. You gassed them up. You spoke very highly of them, and then the next day kind of acted like that conversation never happened, or I don't know, maybe they expected it to kind of be the norm now, like you're their confidence coach, or you're going to continue to do acts of kindness to them, you know, da 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 da, and that's not happening. So they're a bit confused or feeling like a bit frustrated with how the energy has died out. Like they hate how you let the energy die out. They're like, keep it going. Like, let's continue to grow. Spirit, what else do they need to know for group 1? Wow, we got patience and love. So Spirit is saying like your perfect partner is on the way. Could it be this person? We'll see. Will it be someone else? We'll see. I feel like Spirit is going to align you with someone because you may really be kind of struggling. Love could be like your Achilles heel. You could do great in career, friendships, family, and then it's just like love is just a disaster or really hard for you. Whatever your Achilles is, Spirit is going to help you with that. Patience, it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So trust in the timing, and that also relates to like the manifestation. When you're persuaded by the world, it makes you want something based on the world's timing. So for someone who the energy channels through you, it's conscious in itself. You don't have to go in a room and start talking loud. Your energy enters the room really before you do. Your energy permeates other people before you do. So all of this magic comes before the conscious mind. So I really wouldn't even bother trying to set some intention. I'd focus on patience and continue to fill your life with things that genuinely make you happy. And trust that your subconscious, your body, your being, your energy, spirit, the universe knows. Universe is going to hook you up. And then we have love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. So kind of giving people a break. Virgo can be a little bit judgmental, a little bit like, peasants. So if you are, getting in that bag, try not to, just so you don't make assumptions before Spirit reveals to you who certain people are. you never know how things are going to work out. So that's what I got for you, group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Lapis and the Animal Totem Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in to see. How do they see you? What do they like about you? Their thoughts, their feelings, their next moves. This is for your crush, strangers, whoever you set your intention for. Spirit, how do they see group 2? Ooh, okay. Very first card out, we got the 7th house with relating, okay? The 7th house is all about relationships, romance. So a lot of people see you as the ideal lover. If you've gotten into the archetypes, Robert Greene has a book. It's the same author as the 48 Laws of Power. The Art of Seduction. I freaking love Greene's work. It's just so good and relatable. And he has, you know, all the archetypes. You can honestly probably find an audio book on YouTube if you really want to, just to kind of listen to the archetype. Usually they'll timestamp each archetype in the like comments or whatever, and you can just skip to the ideal lover and see if it describes you. But that's strong 7th house energy. It's the ideal lover. When how people see you is asked and it comes out 7th house, that's like everyone sees you as wife material, husband material, perfect partner material, etc. So we got the 7th house with a relating here. It says partners, communication, best friends, marriage, relationships. With best friends coming up as well, everyone may want to be your best friend. Everyone may have a desire to be close to you. And also you could have experienced like friends getting jealous over you or trying to monopolize your time, maybe even weirdly triangulating you. And usually that's something that happens like in romantic relationships, but you may have experienced it in the workplace. I'm seeing also college. Someone I'm tapping into has been a part of like a sorority or a fraternity, and there may have been some triangulation there. People may have tried to compete for your friendship, and it's like, I can be friends with everybody, but they've just gone so far with it in their own head and you know, kind of created some issues for you. So anyways, it says opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, and social awareness. So you have very strong social awareness as well. People see you as someone who is good partner material, someone who will likely get married or be in a long-term partnership, someone who gets a lot of attention. You could be the friend in the friend group that everyone flocks to. You could get a lot of lustful attraction as well. Spirit for group 2. Wow, we got the sextile with opportunity here. So a lot of people want to have an opportunity with you. Whoa, yeah. And I didn't want to assume, but then we have Jupiter with expansion here that just came out. So people, when they meet you, when they connect with you, they see you as a lucky break, someone who's well connected or someone who has access to things that other people don't. You could have grown up like really well off for some of you. You could have something of value, perhaps an inheritance or a famous, you know, connection or beauty. Like, listen, beauty is currency. You want to know why everybody always wants you to go to the club when you're a pretty person? That's literally why, because you're going to get the whole group free drinks. You're going to get the whole group romantic attention and offers that they wouldn't get before, because really they're trying to get to you. And then they end up with the friend and then they get mad and feeling bamboozled. But that's why people like pretty, handsome, you know, whatever, attractive people around, because you're going to, there's benefits. So it could be like physical currency, social currency, financial currency, some sort of currency you have. People see you as someone who can get them to the next level in some way. This could also be in career. You could have a lot of people wanting to rub elbows with you because you're very well connected or because you have a high position or a lot of potential. You could have like a master's or a PhD or be in a respected career field, a lawyer, a doctor, someone who's perceived as having a lot of money. You could be a model or someone who's model-esque. There's something, I'm like, what is it? But it's going to be different for everyone. It is a pick a card. So some sort of currency. The sextile with opportunity, it says collaborates, assists, explains, provides, opportunity, synergizes. It's a very specific word. So you may take people and their life and it's full of just chaos and synergize them. You help other people understand themselves. It says creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insights to. So you may have a really unique way of looking at things. Your superpower could even be perspective in itself, to the extent that you give people a different perspective. Man, listen, perspective and belief is so powerful. It really is. It could be the difference between you feeling sorry for yourself and just being like, you know what, I don't even know if I want to be here, to, you know what, I feel super empowered. That's actually my strength, what I've gone through. I can leverage what I've been through. It can make me a millionaire. It can get me popularity. Like, perspective can be so life-changing. And I feel like you understand that, and other people have noticed that by the way that your words can like literally change the trajectory of their life, make them see the light again. It says brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. So you help develop people. Yeah, you turn people into like stars or, you know, shining lights. People may get more romantic attention, more financial opportunities after you've been in their life. We have Jupiter with expansion. I just feel like this may cause you to attract users though, not gonna lie. So be mindful of that group too. You probably already know that. Jupiter with expansion, it says enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching. So a lot of people see you as a teacher, someone who likes to travel, someone who's lucky even, optimistic and generous. It says chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. So I feel like you see the potential in other people and other people see the potential in you. Yep, there's that higher level connection. We got Mercury here. That's all that head energy. Mercury with communication, it says words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trades, ideas. Mercury is also the planet of day-to-day. It's the planet of communication, but also the planet of day-to-day. So you could have habits that people are inspired by or copy. You could be someone who has a consistent routine. You go to the gym 5 times a week. You really never fold on it unless you're like really sick or something is like really taking up your time. I'm also seeing diet as well. So it could be like, I'm seeing smoothies. Spirit is showing me smoothies. You could be really into smoothies, really good at making smoothies. It could even be coffee drinks, but it's like you always have a drink in your hand, even if it's just water. Like something about hydration and drinks. Something matters to you in the health region and people are inspired by it or even try to copy it. The trine with flow. Harmonizes, aids, enriches, enjoys, lubricates, gifts, supports, and indulges. So you essentially make people's lives better, and your crush, your romantic interests see you as a catch for sure. Dang, what was I hearing? There was like one more message that I was hearing. I forgot because so many came through. There was one other message. It's going to bother me. I like to say everything, because like some things are for some people, some things are for just one person, and it's like all important, just the same. Spirit, what else can you tell us for group 2? How do they see them? What do they like about them? What do people like about group 2? What does their person like about them? Yeah, people may try to like shelter you as well. It's like they preserve you. We have the goddess. It says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. You could be someone who's naturally sensual without even trying. I'm seeing like flowy fabric. You could be really into things that flow, things that have wiggle room. I'm also seeing now like tall grass. You could be very whimsical. It's giving kind of like cottagecore vibes. You could be really into nature. and just beautiful things. Strong Venus energy. Okay, we got the Thief here. So some people see you as, you know, Mr. or Mrs. Steal Your Girl, Steal Your Guy. Okay. People are intimidated by you for sure. They see you as someone who can end up, oh, not Jolene. I'm hearing Jolene. Oh no, not Jolene. Group 2, you better not be out here like Jolene, taking people, man. Okay. The Thief, it says, sheds light on the powerful wealth within you that can never be stolen. So that is the positive attribute of the Thief. But a lot of people see you as someone who could very easily have your way. A lot of people are attracted to you, and a lot of people will give you what you want. We have gossip, so there's a lot of gossip around you. I just heard specifically like slander though, so people could go out of their way to slander you due to jealousy, due to assumptions. It's like, especially if you don't talk very much or you're more reserved. With Mercury there, with communication, you probably do communicate pretty well and quite a bit. But if you don't, people may kind of make their own assumptions. Let me drink some water. People may make their own assumptions. People may try to get you to tell them what it is or how you really are or your thoughts by saying something just otherworldly, just to get you to communicate and refute it, instead of just asking you or getting to know you, like what you're all asking you what you're all about or getting to know you. People may just kind of make up ridiculous stories about you. I definitely feel like you have pretty privilege, Group 2, but it doesn't seem like you use it to your advantage. Maybe sometimes, especially if you're traveling and it's just like, for the one time, never going to see these people again, but it's not really giving social climb to me, per se. Gossip says awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. So I feel like you have a look about you that looks like a man-eater or a womanizer, but really you may be like soft as can be on the inside and someone who's very like fiercely loyal to your friends, your family, your loved ones. And then we have the Monk/Nun. It says selfish devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So a lot of people are jealous. It seems like you're super tight with spirit, with the divine. You have a higher level connection. You get downloads and whatnot. And it makes people jealous. So let's see what else we got. Spirit for Group 2. What are their next moves towards Group 2? We got the Two of Pentacles. Group 1 was getting a 2 at first as well. They got the Two of Swords and they got the Two of Wands. So people are finding you to be enigmatic. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Swords reverse. Group 1 had that at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling their cards. So you may have felt called to Group 1 as well. I could see some parallels. You guys aren't exactly the same, but there are some parallels. Spirit, what are their next moves? Someone is studying you hard. We have the Two of Pentacles, yep, and the Two of Swords reverse. You may be seeing 202, 212, different repeating synchronicities between, you know, 2s, 1s, 0s, even other numbers in there. I'm seeing 252 now. But we have the Two of Pentacles, High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing back to basics, I won't lose. I know that's a bar from a Drake song, but I don't know what song that is off the top of my head. But someone is really like in their bag about you. It's giving strong, like, cause I can't remember exactly how that song goes, but I know the vibe and it's such a gym song. Like a song you listen to the gym when you're like feeling that pump and you need something to just put you in that mind state. That's like, okay, we're going to eat today. Like we're going to listen. When you really need to feel like a boss, when you really need to feel that confidence, someone is really in their head about you. And we have the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Back to basics, I won't lose. Like Two of Pentacles. It's hard to approach Group 2 or they have other options, but I won't miss out on Ace of Pentacles this opportunity. We have the Knight of Swords reverse and the Empress reverse. So not gonna lie, romantic partners you may find that if they're really in their shadow energy or they haven't developed their character as far as they could, they may even try to knock you down a peg. Because I can see this person doing that in their head with the Empress reverse. It's like they're trying to make it seem like you're not as big of a deal as they see you as. But they have this freeze response, like Knight of Swords reverse. So we're trying to see, like, okay, what action are they going to take? Well, we got the High Priestess and the Two of Swords in reverse. So they've received some sort of illumination through their observation of you. And they're going to come at you in a way that you cannot refuse. They're going to make you an offer you cannot refuse. It's like they're studying you so they can approach you in a way that they know they will not be rejected. Rejection is not an option for this person. They won't have it. They want you. They want you bad. They're like salivating at the mouth. This person, I can't lie, that whoever I'm tapping into right now, their energy does feel a little bit shadowy. Perhaps it's because of how they're gassing themselves up to get to the point where they can, you know, try to pursue you. But it could be a player. It could be someone who doesn't have the best intentions, because it does feel like, it just feels a little opportunistic. It feels like they want to leverage you. And I already seen with the sextile and Jupiter that people have done that before. Tried to get close to you, connect with you, to benefit from the things that you get in life due to your pretty privilege or your social currency or your financial currency, whatever it is that you have a value. A lot of people want it. It could be a spiritual thing as well, especially if people have spirit attachments. Could be that they're kind of moving an autopilot. Well, we got the Hierophant here with the Four of Cups reversed. So Spirit's like, no, Wheel of Fortune reversed at the bottom of the deck. You're going to lose your opportunity to be with this person altogether. If you do that, you could be the kind of person that as soon as you feel bad intentions, as soon as you pick up on that negativity, because you've already dealt with that in life, you know what it feels like, you know what it looks like, you may completely bolt, you may dip, you may say, to heck with whatever benefit could come from this, it's not worth it. So this person could end up spooking you. So Spirit is trying to Hierophant, listen, you need to learn from past experiences, teach them and show them that if they come at you in a self-serving way, in a malicious way, not malicious, but if they come at you in a way where they just try to get something from you or they try to control you, they're going to miss out on their opportunity altogether. So it's like as they're getting pumped up to make a move, they end up retreating every once in a while because Spirit is like, not that way, not that way. This is not how we do this. Spirit, what are their thoughts and feelings? Oh, we got there are not you. So this person could be throwing themselves at other people or even chasing other people and catching them very quickly just to kind of satiate them because they don't have you at this time. They could be running through different people, partners, romantic options. They could have a lot of flirtationships going on right now because they're just trying to fill that void. We have reach out to me, please. So it looks like you're not talking to this person, not entertaining this person. I feel connected to you and you found out something about me. Ooh, what's tea? Group 2, you better let me know what's tea. What did you find out about them? Was this something raggedy? Don't disturb me. Was this something crazy? You found out something about me. So perhaps that's why they're kind of keeping their distance, because they're trying to feel you out and see if what you heard about them matters to you. If it's going to be a deal breaker to you, how do you respond to them now that you know XYZ about them? This person feels exposed, but they also feel very much so connected to you. But honestly, I can't even say that that's accurate because I feel like that's how a lot of people feel about you. Spirit, what else do they need to know? Well, we have gratitude and trust here. So it seems like Spirit has a plan for you where things are going to work out. Gratitude says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So it looks like there's going to be an opportunity coming up moving forward for you that you'll be grateful for. For some of you, it won't be this person. For some of you, it'll be someone 20 times better than this person, because you had just started to kind of lose hope and felt like, maybe I should just go for this person that's attracted to me, even though they're not the best option, even though they have their own problems. Maybe I should just give it a try, because it's like, it's what I have, now. But Spirit's going to skirt in with someone even better. We got trust. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Definitely honor your intuition. I feel like you've experienced this in multiple areas in your life. We got the freedom card. You really hang on to your freedom because you've already experienced, from friends to people in school, people in work, just triangulating you and whatnot. Definitely want to trust your intuition with all this powerful energy around you. That's what I have for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Rainbow Stone and Elemental Wisdom Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see. How do they see you? What do they like about you? Oh, I wish I would have showed you the decks we had, or sorry, not the decks, the cards we had when we cut the deck. We have the 9 of Wands, and then we had the 8 of Swords. So there was this energy of you kind of seeming like very liberated, very attractive, but also having something major that holds you back, whether that's obligation of what other people see you, or maybe it was the 9 of Swords I was seeing. It could have been the 9 of Swords. That's right about the middle where I would cut. I think it was the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. It's like on one end they see you empowered, powerful, attractive, fiery, just delicious. And then on the other end, it seems like there's a lot of responsibility on you. Or something that holds you back and weighs you down. All right, let's see. Spirit, for group 3 with the Rainbow Stone, please show us, how do people see them? Their crush, new romantic interest. How do they see them? We'll see what they like about you, thoughts, feelings, next moves. Spirit, for group 3. Yeah, we got Saturn here. I just heard if Saturn wasn't on my top, I'd be a lot better. You may have Saturn in the first house. You may have Saturn in your Jupiter. You may have Saturn, that wouldn't make sense, Saturn in the Jupiter, but maybe like Cap in Jupiter. You may have a transit with Saturn that really kind of slows things down for you. Saturn in the first house, or Saturn in the 3rd, or the 10th. It's like when you try to succeed or excel or change your reputation, Saturn in the 10th, it's holding you back. When you try to climb up, make more money, find a good career, you got Saturn kind of just strangling that placement, making it hard for you to advance. Or in the 1st, it's like you try to go for promotions or you try to level up, and it's just like, oof, I'm feeling like Saturn is on your top in some way. It could be a transit as well, though. I just heard dirty 30. Not the dirty 30, so someone may be turning 30. And that's right about the time where you have your Saturn return from like 28 to 31 or 27 to 31. You're going to have that Saturn return. So Saturn could be transiting or aspecting something in your chart right now. I would look at like whatever app you use, if you have any. Like Pattern app is cool, but I like Time Passages more because it tells you all your transits, whereas Pattern will just like highlight a few transits at a time. And Time Passages, under the daily horoscope section, it'll show you your short-term and long-term influences. So it'll tell you all the aspects. So I like that one. But yeah, we got North Node here. So, you could, I don't feel like this generation would have Cap in the North Node, but you could have Cap in your North Node placement. We got the 6th house and a trine here. So how people see you. Very interesting person. It definitely seems like you have a mission in life or something important or powerful you're supposed to be doing. You could be a very busy person. You could also be someone who like physically walks fast or always seems like you're thinking about something in your head. It kind of seems like you're a mad scientist and you're preparing for something or planning something. We got Saturn with wisdom. It says discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, practicality, self-control. You feel like you always have to control yourself. You feel like you always have to kind of be on top of yourself. There's just like an energy here of you holding yourself back or maybe not allowing yourself to have fun. There's an energy here of you kind of feeling like you always have to watch out for yourself or for other people, or you always have to be disciplined. It says tradition, maturity, gravity. You could feel very anchored to earth or just very anchored in general, like very, very much so obligated to something or someone. There could be like literally something holding you back, perhaps a sick family member that you have to take care of, or a tough financial situation, kids, you know, anything that would be a huge responsibility. We have the North Node with destiny here. It says soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition. It's like you have all this magic around you. With fruition there, you seem like someone who has a lot of potential, but there's just this cap to it for whatever reason. Listen. This is a good time for a cord cutting, a clearing, and program it for known and unknown. So whatever it is that's holding you back can get cleared, because if it's like a spirit attachment or something energetic, a quantum entanglement, something from a past life, that's just unfair. I have custom spell work on my Etsy shop as well, so I can always hook you up with that. But yeah, definitely a good time to do it. And honestly, you may be the kind of person who has to do it like every year. Clear that energy, make it around your like solar return, around your birthday. I treat myself to a little, you know, ritual, whatever, and handle what I need to handle kind of thing. It says development, practice, blossoming, integrity, and journey. So it's like you feel like you always have to be a model student, a model friend. It's like you can't really have fun and wild out like other people. You may have never like blacked out or lost control, whether that's due to a fun night out or anger. You may have never like raged and gone, you know, nuts like other people can. It's like your emotions don't even get to that extent unless it's channeled towards yourself. Saturn placements can unfortunately be very self-eating. We have the 6th house with the craft here. It says work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. So perhaps it's your work or your health that kind of holds you back, or your diet. You could have a very specific diet that makes it hard for you to do the things that other people do. Like honestly, any dietary restriction, it's like you hate to be that person that's like, do you have a gluten-free option? Or that person that has to have everything no sodium, or that person that can only eat vegetables or greens, or, you know, a certain kind of diet. There could be something in your daily ritual that you have to do. It could be like a medicine that suppresses something. So perhaps it's, you know, I don't want to get too deep with it, but you know what it is if that's your message. We have the trine here with flow. It says harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, lubricates, gifts, supports, and indulges. So it's like you're such a good friend. You're such a supportive person, but romantic interest can see that there's either A, like a sadness behind the eyes, or B, that there is something that you know about yourself that not everyone knows that you feel like really holds you back. Like you come across as already counting yourself out before people can reject you or say, oh no, that doesn't work for me, I don't want this. You may honestly do that before other people do. But it's like that 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. When I cut the deck, like you're actually so powerful, but the way that you see yourself may not be that way. Spirit, what do people like about them, or what is their person like about them? We have the engineer, so you seem very crafty, very creative, someone who is, and going back to that mad scientist kind of vibe, you may really be into like gadgets. I'm seeing kitchen tools now, so you could be like the kind of person that will get like all sorts of funky like organization gadgets or cleaning gadgets or kitchen tools. Listen, I'm like that too. I just bought an apple peeler from Temu. Man, I like never eat apples, but I was like, it's 27 cents. Like, I might need to peel my apples, and this way I could do it and it just spins around and I'm good. Like, I really convinced myself I needed it. Ridiculous. But you could be like that too, or like that with cleaning, organization, whatever you're into. The engineer, it says the ability to give creative energy a practical expression and a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. So you really kind of help people out when they're in a bind, and you do it with a free, loving, giving heart. You don't expect a whole lot in return, and you don't give to receive. You just give because that's who you are, or that's what's on your heart, period. We have the martyr. It says learning the transcendent nature of service to a cause or to oneself. So you'll be a part of a cause, help people, you seem very helpful, but your crush kind of sees it as overcompensating. Some people, not going to lie, group 3, they kind of see you as being nice because you feel like you have to, versus you just being such a like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, bubbly, bright person. You may find that you even put on a voice or a persona. When you talk to certain people that you care about, your tone may literally change. Oof, I'm picking up on somebody doing that with their parents. That feels like related to something else, where it's like maybe it's some childhood kind of experience or trauma there, where it's like you kind of have to, I'm seeing someone like baby talk their parents. So that seems like a specific message. But we have the student. It says humility and devotion to knowledge and openness to lifelong learning. So at the end of the day, you're willing to learn, but I feel like you're a lot smarter than you put off, or a lot more connected to your truth than you put out there. You seem very collaborative, very much so willing to be a part of the team, to help. But I am picking up on like some of you will act kind of like you don't know what's going on when you do. Just to have people see you in a kind of way. You don't want people to see you as like aggressive. Perhaps it's a stereotype you're fighting against. The gambler, it says willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. So you're willing to take a risk, but I'm kind of feeling this in a comedic kind of way for whatever reason. Like some of you may have taken on the role as the comedic relief when things get intense. It's like you always have something funny to say or add to it just to kind of like break the mood. So there's definitely a lot of obligation to make people feel good, and people can sense that and see that. Spirit, what are their next moves towards group 3? We got the 6 of Wands. They want to have some fun with you. They want to gas you up. They want to promote you. If this is a manager or someone who's well connected, someone who's in the industry that you want to be in, they want to help you. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, so it's like they want to show you who you are, and they want you to be comfortable being who you are. Like they want you to be comfortable being confident. Yeah, we got the Judgment card here with the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So it's like they feel like you're not surrendering to your true power. They feel like you're surrendering to whatever condition you have or you're in or whatever. Like, yeah, it's like they just want to fix it for you or take it away. King of Swords under that. They don't want you to feel that way, experience that. They feel like you should be living a better quality of life than you do. So we got the Judgment card and the Devil here. They want to help you untangle yourself from wherever you're at, and they want you to surrender to your true path. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. They feel like you give all your power away, and they feel like you're not exactly being authentic. You know, with this Queen of Wands reversed, they feel like you water yourself down, whatever that means for you, or alter yourself. So if, say, you're like someone who likes to craft, someone who likes to read. You may pretend to be a club rat or someone who's like really into like a bunch of different things that you're not. Or say you're someone very extroverted. You could dress modestly just to be seen a certain kind of way. You may have strong thoughts, opinions, and beliefs, but it seems like you don't speak on them. And it's like they can tell you have something to say, or they can tell that there's something else going on beneath the surface, and they want to break that out. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So they're going to come in by trying to be a friend. Knight of Cups, a very chivalrous kind of energy, you know. It's like, I want to help you, but Knight of Swords, I also want to empower you. I wonder how they're going to do this, because it's like they want to gas you up, but they also are being kind of like nice and kind and sweet and slow and caring about it, as to not spook you in the beginning, or so that, you know, and nothing backfires. A little bit of tough love mixed with like just love and kindness in itself. We got the Moon in reverse and the Nine of Cups reverse. This person is going to activate the heck out of you, though. They're going to cause you to have an awakening, or not even awakening, because I feel like you're aware of who you are and what you have to offer, etc. But they're going to show you people can love you and care for you exactly as you are by just doing that. Loving you, caring for you exactly as you are. Like, personal example for me, I'm a mom. And when you hear like the narrative on social media, it really does make you think like, oh, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm a mom. I'm going to have to, you know, be so much better than the average person because I have this, you know, part of me that adds more responsibility to anyone who wants to date me. Child, these motherfuckers don't care. They don't care in real life. I have genuinely never in my life met someone that has cared that I have a child. When people like you, they're going to accept whatever you bring to the table because they want you, because they like you. And it's like, as much as you would hear a narrative like, oh, this and that, they really don't be on that in real life. Promise you they don't. So this person is going to show you by being a friend to you, growing a romantic bond with you, that whatever it is that you feel like holds you back, your financial situation, your condition, whatever, it's not a condition for them, but it can be a strength to you. And they want you to see that as well. You know, they don't want you to be dependent on them or dependent on anyone for that matter. They want you to be empowered and they want you to see your value. Spirit, what are their thoughts and feelings? You drive me crazy. It was just one. You drive me crazy, and it came out right away. So yeah, that back and forth, that hot and cold, not hot and cold, but just like this, you know, perception that you want people to believe, and then the contrast of energy speaks for itself. Energy doesn't lie. It's like, no, I know there's something else there. Like, why are you trying to hide? It drives them insane. And you may have a day when you're feeling bold, or maybe there was a specific day where you felt bold, so you came at them in a whole different kind of way, and they're like, oh, look at you. Like, that could be really driving them cray-cray. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay. I wonder if this is someone else's energy, but you'll know your situation if this applies to them. I have a hard time communicating and I ran away. So for some of you, this person, it may have been going really well. Knight of Cups is like, I want to take you to a carnival. I want to go have fun. I want to have a picnic. I want to, you know, hang out with you and my friends. I want to blend our friend groups. Like, I want to live life and kind of just be young and just enjoy life, da-da-da. And Knight of Swords is definitely different than that. And we have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, much more of a harsher energy. So this person, when it got really good, they could have dipped. So if that's your situation, I feel like it could be another energy, someone else coming through. King of Cups as I cut the deck, so perhaps like your ex. But yeah, we also have I'm playing games on purpose and don't trust me. And this is just such a different narrative than what we got throughout the rest of your reading. So I feel like this may be someone else that comes through, like maybe a pesky energy that always tries to slither its way into your readings. Or it could be an ex we're tapping into that's wanting a second chance, but they could be toxic. Because this person, like, they're just not like that. Nothing about this is giving I play games and trust. I would tell you if it will, because first of all, I pull for every last detail possible. And second of all, I'm with the tea. I'm with the mess. So it's like, that's entertaining for me if it's some BS that I get to communicate. Because I'm just like, wow, wow, wow. I cannot believe this is what's going on in the collective. This is crazy. So I would tell you if that was the case, but that energy is totally different. And then we have you're a great friend. It's giving like what? It's giving like golden retriever versus toxic MFer. Spirit, what else does group 3 need to know? We have courage and abundance. Abundance says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire into my physical reality. Definitely a good time for you to set some intention, especially if you have pesky exes or people who want to play games and don't want to add anything into your life, showing up into your life, showing up in your energy, your spreads, etc. I'm like, nope, shut it down. But they could really be taking over even your dreams or your mind or other readings. Your personal readings, if you read for yourself, continue to set that intention, and that would make it like a once a month thing, like maybe on the new moon each month, just to kind of make it like ritualistic so that you can kind of keep at bay, make sure you're cleansing your energy as well, so that you can keep at bay the things that you don't want. And then we have courage. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So maybe there's someone who's like really obsessed with you, who really wants you, wants to control you. And that may be coming to a head. That may be coming to the head in the near future. And there's an opportunity to really get set free from that person or whatever cycle you may have been kind of stuck in with them. That's what I have for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Amethyst Koi Fish and the Dream Within Dreams Tarot, this is your reading. The Wheel of Fate. As I just touch the deck, we have that flipping over. Okay, so let's see. How does your person, your crush, strangers, new romantic interest, we shall see. How do they see you? What do they like about you? Their thoughts, feelings, next moves towards you. We'll get all of that, Spirit, for group 4 with the Amethyst. Please show us. How do they see them? How do they see group 4? We got the 12th house with surrender that just came out. Okay, I'm hearing, the first thing I heard was IDGAF. Like, I don't give a... So you may have a really IDGAF. I'm seeing like Rihanna with her middle fingers up. There's like this meme with her. I want to say she's like in the water or at the beach or something, like on a pool floaty or something, like, you know, I'm seeing one of those. There was another thing that I was hearing with this. Yeah, Reputation. Now I'm seeing with, I'm actually seeing Taylor Swift, Reputation era type vibe. So you may be, oh, that's what it was. I was hearing, you little stupid, I'm with you by Big Sean. I was hearing that. So you may be in a place where it's like, it is what it is. It's above me now. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be happy. I don't care what people think about me or just in general anymore. I'm living for me. I'm liberated. I'm free. I'm not allowing trivial BS to hold me back. Wow, we got the sun here. We got Saturn. You may have completed a really difficult cycle that kind of gave you a whole lease on life. You could have had a health scare, or you could have experienced a lot of loss. You know, Saturn, she's not she's not the bad guy, or he's not the bad guy, but she will scalp you, like straight up. So when you go through something really big with Saturn on your top, yeah, if you make it to the other end of that cycle, it could definitely have you feeling like, I don't give up no more. I just went through this and this and this. I'm not worried about that. Listen, you may be in a place where it's like everybody got to worry about themselves. We got the second house with the assets here. So you may be like, I'm about my bread. I'm about what I love, travel. Whatever you're into, seems like you're really living life for you. The second house with assets, it says the material world, possessions, finance, talents, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and aesthetics. So whatever you're into, whether it's the aesthetic, you may be decorating right now, living your life, kind of setting yourself up to feel like you're living in luxury every single day. You could be working on getting a new home, getting a new car. You know, it says the material world and possessions on there. So you could be living for you and even stunning a little bit. Like, you know, people are like, who does group 4 think they are? People are taking your level up journey personally. We have the sun here, so you're so magnetic. The sun is the self. It's your solar plexus. It's your magnetism. It's your life force. You have a lot of it right now. The sun, it says essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, masculinity, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and the father. You could be fathering yourself, reparenting yourself, very self-sufficient, don't need no man, don't need no woman, no person, no job to make you happy. You're making yourself happy. A huge level up happening right now in your life, or happening in the near future. People see you as someone who doesn't care anymore. It's like, I live life for me. I like what I like. I don't care if people say I'm bougie. I like what I like. Or even if you're like super simple and this is like, say your aesthetic is minimalism. Just because you're embodying who you are doesn't mean you're going to turn into a maximalist if you're a minimalist. So you could be kind of like living just the way you want to. And people are quite jealous of that, but also very curious. I feel like something happened though to get you here. We got the 12th house of surrender and then Saturn with wisdom. The 12th house, it says the subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen. So I wonder if, with the unseen, I wonder if you were battling something that you could not see, or like say you had a health scare, maybe they were trying super, super hard to figure it out and maybe they still don't have it figured out and you're like, middle fingers up, I don't care, I'm living life. Trance states, perhaps it's spiritual as well. A lot of people see the 12th house as kind of spooky, and it can be a bit spooky and scary because it's exactly that. It's the unseen. So it's like, there's really no telling what you're going to get. Really no telling what you're going to get. It's like, it could be very spooky what you're dealing with. It could be ghosts. It could be some Akashic stuff or spirits, like the spirit world. And it does say that. It says Akashic records on the card. It says spiritual development, prayer. Saturn, it says discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, container, maturity. Something happened that really kind of matured you or made you change in some major way. We got the first house of self here. It says the physical body, outlook, self-image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening. You could have had a major awakening and it's affecting your physical appearance. You could have had a change in your physical appearance that was intentional or unintentional. Maybe you were stressed, so something changed about you physically. Your life philosophy or consciousness, it just feels so strongly like a near blank experience. Certain words I can't say, but it's like, it's so freaky to me, especially with the 12th house. That is the house that is very close to, that's the end. That's the last of the houses in astrology. So listen, I don't know what you did or what happened, but you were, you were not here for a minute. I'm telling you. For someone, it could have been a trip, especially with it saying trance states on there. Perhaps you kind of girl bossed a bit too close to the sun. It says gateway, entry point, arrival, and expression on the first house. Okay, this is an interesting pile, Spirit. What do they like about them? Yeah, very enigmatic. So we have the priest. It says facilitates spiritual commitments and serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Immediately I was feeling like exorcism energy with this. So you may attract people to you that need a friendly fade. You may attract people to you that need to be called out. You may be someone who will really speak the truth. You're a channel to spiritual energy. For a lot of you, this is more in a light kind of way than a shadowy kind of way, but it just kind of depends on your purpose in this life and whether you sit more in your yin or your yang. But for those of you who sit in your yang, you're like the truth speaker. You're like the person where it's like, okay, you were looking for a problem, you found it. Okay, the Karen destroyer. Like some of you, it's like, okay, I got time. This person doesn't want to say anything. This person doesn't, but I do. But for a lot of you, it's much more light in the sense that spirit kind of channels right through you. So you may find yourself saying things and it's like you don't recall what you just said, or it's like, how did I even know that? It's because you're a channeler for sure. But we have the rebel here. So like you're at this interesting crossroads, group 4, where you're a channel naturally, but you're living life for you now, especially if you've come into an awakening. It's like you, especially if you've come into awakening, it's like you now know what you have been used for or the role you have played, and you also know your own power. And it's like, instead of channeling that towards everybody else, I could literally just channel that towards myself. Challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, is what it says on the rebel. So it's like, if it's not helping me, if it's not healing me, I'm no longer engaging with that. You're releasing anything that has been lying to you or holding you back, whether that's societal expectations or religious expectations or beliefs, anything that hasn't proven itself to be true, you're no longer leaning into. You're no longer having beliefs just to kind of be a part of a community. It's like, it really just feels like you're living life for you, and people really respect that. They find you like a mystic. You could be the mystic archetype. If you've read like Robert Greene's Art of Seduction, I was just telling this to group 1, you could probably just find a audiobook on YouTube and just kind of, usually in the comments, people will comment the timestamps for like the different archetypes. Check out the mystic and see if any of those resonate with you. Any of the description. I love Robert Greene's work and I love that book. And it just seems like you're such a channel for spiritual energy, but mystics are known for being more like introverted to themselves and more about themselves, and people can see them as selfish because they don't allow themselves to be used anymore. And I feel like you may deal with that. It's like, I know my power, but I'm rebelling against it and I'm using it for myself. You may be going through a villain arc. We have the servant and the athlete. The servant, it says, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So you're actually quite generous. When you give to people, it's not something you hold on to. You don't expect too much in return. It's like, I gave it because I had it. I don't expect the $20 back. I bought your lunch because the car got declined in front of me and I got the $20. So I paid for it. You don't need to compliment me. You may even not even like that. You may like to be kind of in and out as well. So it kind of feels like you don't very much so like small talk. People see you as a bit selfish, not gonna lie, but they also see these glimmers of light within you, and Spirit is showing it to me like a reflection Like, it's almost like I'm seeing reflective glass. So you have these different frequencies within you, and people see that a light from one of the frequencies and they want to hang on to that. Like, okay, group 4 is just nice, or group 4 is just loving. I just saw 1212. Group 4 is just nice. They're just loving. They're just funny. They're just this. Like, people hang on to your best qualities, and they want to almost believe that that is all that you are, but you're like a full whole being that cannot be used. So people see you as very powerful, but they get kind of angry because they can't use you or manipulate you to use yourself to help them or benefit them. The athlete, it says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Spirit, what are their next moves towards group 4? What are they going to be doing? You definitely seem like someone who isn't going to be controlled. So I'm like, what are they going to do? We have the 3 of Swords in reverse and the Star. So I feel like whoever is in your energy, they're in a place of acceptance. Like, let me not hurt my own feelings. Let me not try to force group 4 into anything. 3 of Swords reverse, they can't be manipulated, and they're not going to do what I want them to do just because I want them to do it. And we have the Star card here. You know, that's like, let me have fun. Let me experience what group 4 has to offer. Let me just indulge. But that's the thing, like, you like having a good time, but you may kind of just disappear after the good time is had. And it kind of leaves people feeling empty and attached to you. We have the 4 of Coins, strong, selfish lover energy. Ooh, we have the Emperor. Someone is definitely wanting to conquer you or enter into union with you. And I feel like with that 4 of Coins, they're holding back as well. What they would usually do, they're not doing. We have the 8 of Coins in reverse and Justice here. So it's like, all right, fine. Group 4 is in this energy. Obviously, they can't be moving. They can't be moved or shaken. So Justice, I'm just going to approach them in the way that they will receive it. I feel like you've worn this person down, worn them down without even trying. I feel like people can see group 4 is someone who's activated, someone who's ascended, someone who has had an awakening, someone who you can manipulate or, you know, confuse into doing what you want. So they're going to, 8 of Coins reverse, put their own intention to the side, and Justice card, at a minimum, approach you, come together with you in a much more co-creative way versus trying to just have their way. But do not, you know, be confused. They're, Emperor card, definitely trying to get you. Definitely trying to get you. You're like a fairy that people can't catch. They want to bottle you up like a firefly and just be entertained by you. But you know you're a firefly. So whenever you feel that disturbance in the forest, whenever you feel the kids running around in the garden or the person coming towards you, whenever you feel that wind blow, you may hide. Honestly, I feel like you're creating your own perfect oasis so that you're not caught like a dragonfly anymore. This person, they're trying to pursue you. They're trying to come towards you. They're trying to lock it down. They're trying to make it happen. Let's see their thoughts and feelings. Spirit for group 4. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Ooh, we got the Don't Trust Me card that came out. So Spirit is still kind of working on them. We have, I think you are very talented. So they think you have the sauce. I'm also picking up on someone who just has finesse. So this person sees the way you're able to move in career. They see the way you're able to move in life. Also just your mind state. super liberated, and they really admire that, the fact that you can be controlled, but also it's like the thorn in their side, because that also means they can't control you. They're having a hard time accepting what it is with you, and they're gonna need some more time to come around. We have don't trust me, and I keep writing and deleting messages. So they're very much so still in the process of accepting what it is. Justice card. And 8 of Coins reverse, not being selfish about this and trying to have their own way, trying to get their own way. So as of now, definitely still be tapped into your intuition with this one. Don't let people in right away, because if they feel like they've seen a vulnerability in you, see, that's what I feel like trips people up, because we were talking about that with the servant energy. It's like people will hang on to one good time they have with you and try to define you as, oh, a good person, or, oh, you lightened the mood when things got intense in the team meeting, so you're the comic relief, you're the funny person. So now it's like everyone tries to involve you in their office conflict. But I feel like that's exactly where people get tripped up with you, because then they find out the harsh way that that was what you chose to do, but that's not who you are. I'm not the referee. So same here with this person. I'm just picking up on them feeling like they see a weak spot or a glimmer of weakness or light in you, and they try to use that to get what they want. And I feel like that's going to get them completely cut off with no chance to come back around. Your cutoff game could be extremely strong. So we have, I am not sure what I'm feeling. This person hasn't fully surrendered to their feelings for you quite yet. So this one's going to need some more time. Otherwise, they're going to completely end up with nothing. Spirit for group 4. We have health that says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I know that's right, especially with some of y'all feeling like you're in a villain era. Listen, you can be in a villain era and you could have had a near, blank experience, but that don't mean you gotta just go, crazy, go crazy with it and put yourself in another tricky spot. Okay, so be mindful of your health, your physical vessel. I know you want to have fun, but don't get too crazy. And then we have acceptance. It says, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. There could be some forgiveness. There could be someone that you've hurt. You could, with this awareness, that's another thing that spiritual people don't really talk about, this other aspect of spirituality, when you kind of feel like, it's like you become conscious about other people, but then you experience more conscious awareness of yourself. So you are always analyzing yourself and judging yourself and whatnot because of that heightened sense of awareness. So if you're struggling with acceptance of who you are, it's like, you have all the reasons in the world to be how you are. You've just had a major accomplishment or a major breakthrough, or healed from something that you really thought was going to take you out or was going to end, and you've started over again. But some of you are still kind of struggling with the way you're living now. I don't see anything wrong with it as long as it's not hurting you or other people. So really with that, just give yourself time. But I do kind of see that. So that could be something you want to journal about or do some shadow work with, so you can move through that acceptance and accept how you're moving right now. You deserve to have fun. You deserve to be experiencing life in the way that you want it. That's what I have for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.